Welcome to North End. This laid-back neighborhood in Tacoma has a lot to like. Whether you're someone who gravitates towards living along the water's edge, or you love to be in an area rich in history, or whether you just want as many green spaces as possible for the kids, your pets, or yourself, then North End has what you're looking for. Hi, I'm Ruben from Tacoma Mortgage Brokers. In the North End, it's possible to live by a leading city centre with all its amenities, as well as having a healthy pace to life with amazing views and good food. So come with me as we look around this neighbourhood and discuss what it might take for you to find your next home here. Let's go. North End encompasses a good portion of the city of Tacoma. While its official borders are up for debate, it's most commonly accepted to include north of 6th Avenue and Division Avenue all the way to the Puget Sound, with North Orchard Street making its western border. Within that area, you'll find sub-neighborhoods such as the Proctor District and Old Town. This is an area full of character and charm, awash with accessible beachfronts and eateries. And no matter where you find yourself in North End, you're at a maximum of 5 miles from downtown Tacoma and less than 40 miles from downtown Seattle. There are a lot of quality institutions of education to choose from in the North End, so let's take a look at a couple that will be of particular interest to students and families looking to move into the area. One of the big draws of the city of Tacoma is the University of Puget Sound. This leading liberal arts university sits proudly at the centre of North End, with its historic buildings and immaculate grounds a great complement to the neighbourhood. Take a relaxing afternoon stroll and get inspired looking at the budding academics in deep discussion, or simply take a moment to appreciate the picturesque campus. Founded in 1888 by the United Methodist Church, this school has now grown to welcome around 2,600 students on an annual basis to its various programs. Whether or not you're at a phase of life to take advantage of any of these programs or not, you'll surely appreciate having this stunning landmark on your doorstep. Another iconic school in North End is Stadium High School. For those of you of my generation, you might recognize this as being the location to the 90s movie 10 Things I Hate About You. But even without this claim to fame, this school is something special. Built at the end of the 19th century as a luxury French Renaissance-styled hotel, the buildings were converted back in 1906 into a public high school. Dale Chihuly, Tacoma's own glass artist, was a student, and other notable guests include Babe Ruth, Louis Armstrong, and Theodore Roosevelt. And if you need a good pick-me-up meal, then nothing beats Frisco Freeze. This long-standing burger joint first opened in Tacoma back in 1950 and has been serving the city good comfort food in the decades since. This is a classic eat-in-your-car style restaurant with no interior seating, so I decided to bring this greasy bun of goodness somewhere with a view. And there are plenty of those in the North End, most of which you'll find along Ruston Way. The Ruston Way waterfront is made up of several smaller parks and beach access points. This is a great place to spend the day with the family, and you can end your time by the water at one of the many dining options along the shore. Now let's talk all things real estate in North End. The average home price across Tacoma is increasing at a rapid rate as more and more people flock to the city from Seattle and other hyper-expensive metropolitan areas. In fact, in the last 12 months alone, the average home price in Tacoma has increased by a staggering 24% according to Zillow, and the same is true for North End. But even with this increase, the median sales price of homes in Tacoma now is about $450,000, which is still just only over half the average of Seattle, which is $870,000. The North End, it's somewhere between the two, which means you can still currently buy most homes in this neighborhood and stay within the conforming loan limits and enjoy all the benefits that doing so has to offer. If you do like the idea of living in Tacoma but can't quite stretch your budget to landing in this neighborhood, then check out some of the other great neighborhoods around the city. We're producing a library of content of these neighborhood tours which give you an idea of the real estate in those areas and what it might be like for you to live there. I suggest checking out Northeast Tacoma first. It's the fastest growing neighborhood in the city, and the average home price there is about $40,000 less than it is in North End. One of the most unique and powerful attractions in the city of Tacoma is the Chinese Reconciliation Park. These Chinese gardens offer visitors the opportunity to reflect upon the past as they mark the location of where some 200 Chinese residents were driven out of the city of Tacoma in 1885 amid growing anti-Chinese sentiments of the time. The park serves as a reminder of the past. It celebrates the cultural diversity of the present and is a symbol of unification of the future, and the park pays homage to each of these phases. There are plaques around the park that tell the story of the past. The centerpiece Ting, donated by sister city Fuzhou, offer inspiration for communities around the world who are working toward reconciliation. And the String of Pearls Bridge is the bridge to the future, and a reminder that events like this will never again happen in the city of Tacoma. The park itself is set against the backdrop of Commencement Bay and is intended to be a place of healing and harmony for the community. And when you're finished contemplating the power of unity, grab a friend and head for a pint at Peaks and Pints. This fun brewery is located in the historic Proctor District and is adorned with mountainscape murals and decor. And once you're finished with your drink, you can head into the Proctor District to look at one of the many local shops. We've actually produced a neighborhood tour of this area, so you can check that out on our YouTube channel. Well, that about wraps up our tour for the day in the North End. There's a lot more that I wanted to show you, but I just ran out of time, so you'll have to visit for yourself sometime to experience this firsthand. Or hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell to be kept updated with any new tours that we produce of this area of the city. If you could see yourself living in North End or anywhere else around Tacoma for that matter, please give us a call or visit our website, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.